What's up, guys? It's Jasmine and I'm back with another video. So today, y'all, I don't know what I titled this video, but hold on, let me put some chapstick on. I don't know what I titled this video, but I had a crazy dream last night, and once I woke up from the dream, I wrote down the dream, right? And I sat in reflection for a couple more minutes, and my angels revealed a couple things to me. Also, some of my ancestors revealed a couple of things to me as I was just sitting in a state of reflection, right? Just reflecting on the dream that I had and the messages that I was supposed to receive from this dream, right? And I'm also being prompted not to share the dream, but just to share the elements that I got from the dream. So, I'm not going to start with cards. I'm just going to say, so I saw a couple things, right? Because sometimes I'm a medium, so sometimes my ancestors and my angels will give me different visions or see different things, right? So I'm seeing someone it's like an insecure mother figure, and I'm saying mother figure, but I feel like it's definitely somebody's mom, right? And I'm feeling this heat, like somebody doesn't want me to say this, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Somebody's mom is like really insecure, and they need to do things to like one up their daughter just so that they can feel more secure about their body or about their looks or about themselves in general, about their job, about how much money they make. They just want to put down their child so that they can constantly feel like they're on top, like they still got it, basically, right? So I see this guy and this woman, they're on vacation and they're on a beach, right? And it's the daughter is on vacation with her boyfriend, and the daughter, for whatever reason, it's a situation where she gave the mom the boyfriend's phone number because they're out of the country, somewhere they're out of the country. And the daughter gave the mom the boyfriend's phone number because that's normal behavior. I'm getting that like the mom was like watching the daughter's dog or watching the daughter's child. Like the mom is in possession of something that is important to the daughter while the daughter's on vacation. And the daughter is like normal behavior, right? Like, hey, since we're going out of the country, I'm going to go ahead and give you his phone number. If you can't reach me, if something is ever wrong, go ahead and call him. So the woman and the man are on the beach, and they're by the water, they're under this umbrella, and they're eating, like they're like having like, I feel like it's like light appetizers, like a beach bar kind of thing, right? So the boyfriend is sitting there, and in this vision, I'm the boyfriend. I'm not the daughter, I'm the boyfriend in this vision. And this wasn't my dream, this was just a vision that was given to me after the dream, okay? So in this vision, I'm the boyfriend, and my phone vibrates, and I look at the phone, and I look at the girlfriend, and I look at my phone, and the mother sent the boyfriend a suggestive picture. I feel like somebody's mom, like and this is not funny because I'm laughing because it's actually so fucking sad that this person is so insecure and trying to be young, right? So the mom like went shopping for lingerie. I'm feeling like she went to Fenty or like some sort of young person's lingerie spot or whatever. So and I'm not trying to be ageist or anything. It's just funny because it's like normally it's just something that was out of character for this woman, and she did it just to impress someone younger than her. That's why I'm saying this. Like, if you're like 50 or 60 and you're shopping at Fenty just because that's what you do, then that's your tea, that's your business. But this person was insecure, so insecure that they're taking pictures in lingerie, sending suggestive pictures to their daughter's boyfriend while he's on vacation just to see if he would tell her or not. So in this vision, the man gets the picture, and he instantly, like, he looks at it and he like sweats for a second because in his mind, because mind you, in this vision I'm him, so I'm feeling his emotions, I'm empathically inside of him, feeling his energy, and his energy is thinking like, is this a setup? Like, did they do this on purpose to see what I would do? Like, what's the reaction? And although it is an attractive woman, like, his first thought is, I'm gonna do the right thing because I care about this woman. So he shows the picture to the girlfriend, and he can sense her energy like drop. He can sense it because I'm feeling like it's not coming from her phone number. It's coming from like a text now number or something like that. Like somehow the mom has like this phone number that's not her phone number, but she's sending it to him, I guess, to be sneaky or whatever. So I feel like when the daughter sees the picture on the phone, the man can see her entire body language breaks down and she's upset. And they have a conversation, words are exchanged about where did this come from, how did you get these or whatever. And then she remembers like, hey, I gave her his phone number. So she knows that somehow her intuition is telling her that it's really from her. And like from the boyfriend's perspective, you can see that her whole face broke down, her energy is down, she's like angry and hurt at the same time. That's like he's observing her actions. And next, I see like the mother and the daughter comes back from vacation. I see the daughter playing it cool. Like, no matter who you are, if you're watching this video as one of the daughters, because this is just one of the scenarios. I see two scenarios where this is actually happening, guys. This is sad. But I see two scenarios where this is happening. In the first scenario, the man shows the woman. The woman doesn't say anything, and she hides her hand until she gets back into town. She goes out to lunch with her mother, and somehow, like, while she's at the table, she has her phone on the table face down or face up. It's just like her phone is on the table, but her phone isn't showing, right? And somehow under the table, she's using like another phone or another device to call that number that showed up on his phone to see whether or not the mother's phone will ring while they're out at dinner. And in this vision, the mother's phone rings while it rings while she's in line, like getting her food. And then the daughter calls it again while they're at the table, and she loses her shit. She loses her shit in the middle of the restaurant, and she just like physically attacks her mother, because it's like, how could you, like, because ultimately this is an abuse of the relationship that they have. Like, naturally you are thinking like your mother cares for you, your mother loves you, so you do things in a normal relationship. And Spirit is leading me to say this because somebody feels like it's their fault, or like they should have seen the signs. Like, no, this person is abusing their relationship to you. They're abusing the nature of your relationship to do something spiteful. They're abusing the nature of your relationship to cross over your boundaries, because mothers and daughters are supposed to have this sacred relationship where I'm supposed to be able to, do certain things. Like if I'm out of town and you have my child, or you have my dog, or any kind of pet, I'm supposed to be able to give you my boyfriend's phone number, trusting that you won't use it to send him nudes. Okay, like that's just somebody, it's something wrong with that person. And I feel like that's what needs to be emphasized here, because somebody is like, even though they overreacted at the restaurant and they were wrong for attacking their parent, it's still like, don't blame yourself for feeling like, oh, you should have known better, or you should have done this, or you should have done that. Even if you have a rocky relationship with this person, there are still certain boundaries that as a parent you would never expect them to cross. So don't take it on and say that, oh, it's your fault, you should have known better. Nobody expects nobody to do anything like this. This is some Jerry Springer crap, okay? Like, nobody expects for people to have those malicious intentions and those malicious ways, right? So that's the first scenario, where the man and the woman are on the beach. They're out of town, out of the country together. I feel like they're in like Mexico or like San Juan or something where it's like a beach, but they're out of town, right? In this next scenario, there's a scenario where there's a woman like going through her boyfriend's phone, and she comes across the pictures of her parent. So this is a situation where the boyfriend wasn't forthright. The boyfriend got the pictures and didn't say anything, and held private conversations with the mother and never told the girlfriend. And again, it's a situation where the girlfriend doesn't say anything, but she knows what's going on. And she's literally in this particular situation, it's different because this daughter knows that she has a difficult relationship with her mother, like a lot of black moms and daughters do. This person knows they have a difficult relationship with their mother, and they know that they've had certain things come up. I'm feeling like really hot energy, like somebody is pissed. Also, somebody does not want me to share this. Okay, so just be aware. Let me go ahead and light some incense right now, because this energy is thick. somebody does not want me to share this at all. They don't want this to get out because they're embarrassed of themselves, as they should be. They're embarrassed of this, as they freaking should be. All right, so there's a situation where the daughter finds out through going through her boyfriend's phone. The boyfriend never said anything and never told her because he's like, I'm hearing Sneaky Link. What's that song? Sneaky Link, you know, I'm thugging and I'm on it, or something like that. So, that's what's going on. Like, the boyfriend never said anything to the daughter. He's getting the pictures, and it's almost a vibe like the daughter knew that something was going on. This is another situation where the daughter is blaming themselves because there's a dynamic, is the energy of a dynamic, of like a family dynamic, where there's a person who cannot make a decision unless they ask a bunch of different people of their opinion and they tell them. So let's say the daughter wants to like disown the mother. So she goes to the grandmother and tells her how she feels. The grandmother says, that's your mother, you can't do that. She goes to maybe her sister or her brother or like a sibling and says, like, you know, this is what's going on with me and mom. Like, you know, just like I know, you know, how she can be or whatever. And then the sibling is like, I know things are crazy, but you shouldn't do that. And it's basically like this person has gone to several family members and maybe even friends. And some people, most of the people, I'm going to say, like, I'm seeing 80% of the people have said, like, no, that's your mom. You can't, like, stop talking to her. But when this person goes through their boyfriend's phone and sees that the mother has been sending nudes and the boyfriend has been having flirty conversations with the mother, I'm not picking up on sex yet. I'm feeling an energy like they're building up to sex, but it hasn't gotten there yet. So the daughter goes through the boyfriend's phone. Once she sees those pictures, it's like in her mind, she replays all of the conversations that she's had with people about excommunicating the mother and about not having this person in their life anymore. And she remembers, like, it's like something clicks in that moment where she's like, it was never up to them. And it's like this person starts to realize this dynamic where it's like, I'm a grown adult. I should be able to make decisions that benefit my life and my future without having to check in with 6 different people and see how they feel about it before I make a decision. It's like somebody who has like in it, it's like, what do they call it? Enmeshment. It's like enmeshment. Like if you make a decision outside of a certain dynamic or outside of a group, if you think for yourself, if you make your own decisions, if you make your own choices without running it by people first, they single you out or they treat you badly because like you went against the grain or you went your own way. And this person is slowly starting to realize how toxic that is because it essentially discouraged her from making a decision that she knew needed to be made. It's like I'm getting this full moon in Aquarius energy, like where Aquarius is about the groups that you belong to. And goodness, the groups that you belong to, it's about philanthropy, it's about communities, right? And with this full moon energy, it's definitely giving like somebody with this full moon and Aquarius cycle maybe had felt that it was necessary to excommunicate this parent, but due to social pressures, due to the pressure of the community, they didn't do it. And now they're starting to see where if you don't let go of certain things, you will be dragged. And this is a dragging of the situation where you maintain contact with someone that you knew you couldn't trust and that you knew that your intuition was telling you to set really firm boundaries with, or at the most extreme, completely excommunicate altogether. This person chose not to do that. They decided not to listen to their spirit guides, their ancestors, their intuition. They decided to listen to the group that they belonged to, and they ended up regretting it because this mother and this boyfriend, they may not have had sex yet, they may not have come into contact yet, but there's an energy of them scheming and plotting to spend time together under the excuse that they're looking for an engagement ring for the daughter. But the truth is, whether or not the man actually proposes to the daughter, they're planning on having a secret sexual relationship behind her back, short term or long term. Even though they may not have had sex yet, the sex is on their mind, and she can tell by reading the text messages like they're planning on spending time together, using the excuse that they're looking for an engagement ring for her, so in case anybody asks or in case anybody inquires about it, they have their asses covered. But in reality, they plan on having their asses out. Okay, so goodness, I've been sitting on this message all day because it's like I get messages a lot. I'm an intuitive person and I feel a lot of energies. There are some energies that I share and some energies that I keep to myself, but this one was screaming at me so loud all day today, just like the missing ID video. Like this one was just, it's just because I can sense the tension and I can sense the anxiety of these women as they're going through this and just not knowing like what's true and what's not, and like feeling like their lives are flipped upside down because they don't know who to trust. So Spirit is telling me don't pull anything except an advice card. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this to pull an advice card. Benevolent spirit guides, guardian angels, and ancestors, please give me a message of advice. Okay. This one flips out of the deck. The electric eel spirit, number 24, breaking down to a 6. 6 is a family number. 6 is the house of Virgo. So it definitely talks about family and day-to-day life, right? All right. The electric eel spirit says, bring your ideas to life. We're going to go ahead and read this message. And I definitely feel like somebody's parent, it's like these parents are like unable to accept accountability. It's something about them not like never wanting to be accountable for the things that they do wrong, but always finding a way to make you accountable for the things that they do wrong, or making you accountable at the very least for your response to the things that they do. So it's like gaslighting. It's like they may do something very terrible to you, but you responding to it, it's like reactive abuse. It's like when you react to the shit that they do, they flip it and make it about your reaction instead of about what they did, because they lack the emotional maturity to take accountability for their actions and the part that they played and the things that they did wrong. And again, it's an emphasis on somebody abusing their position in your life to make you feel like you're always wrong and they're always right, when in reality, in this situation especially, it's like it's come to a head where it's like this is a culmination of a lot of different situations that have gone unchecked, where this person has made you feel and like used the group setting to make you, to confirm like you are not able to on some level like stand up to them. Whenever you stand up to them, your reaction or you standing up to them is looked at as wrong or disrespectful or whatever, and they've used that so much that it's like whenever you stand up for yourself, whenever you say something to this person, they try to shut it down by either using the group, using other family members, using guilt, using shame to shut you up, basically. But in this particular situation, it's like when it comes out, there is no somebody, it's like somebody, there's an emphasis on somebody just posting the screenshots on Facebook. Just posting the screenshots on Facebook, because somebody's parent in particular, they like to try to use guilt and shame. Like if you stop talking to them, I'm feeling like more so with the second scenario, and situations where you may have tried to stop talking to this person before, they may have gone to other people and lied to them and just basically only told the part that you did wrong, but never told what they did to make you stop talking to them, and made it seem like you were just being such a terrible person and you would just cut them off. And then people, because of the way that they're raised and the way that they're brought up to believe, they look at you as if you're wrong, but they don't know what made you do that, and they don't know like the history that you guys have. So it's a very much an emphasis on somebody like using other people to guilt you into making them stay in your life, regardless of the fact that they know that they're wrong, because they don't hold the emotional maturity to be accountable and really look at themselves and parent themselves and say, you know what, I was wrong for that. And they may, I'm feeling like private apologies too, like somebody apologizes in private, but they may not actually openly acknowledge the same way that they openly chastised you about what they did wrong. I'm also feeling like as somebody's reading this, they're crying. Like it's okay, like like it wasn't that you did something wrong. You're supposed to be able to trust your parents. You're supposed to be able to love your parents. This parent is like they have their own journey in life. And part of it is learning to be accountable for the things that they do wrong, and to stop hiding behind people's reactions to the things that they do, and stand firm in what they did. Like stand on what they did. If you did something messed up, stand on it, apologize for it, make it right, and don't just love bomb somebody and spread rumors and gossip about them so that they feel bad about standing up to you for it. Like fully be accountable. Like don't just halfway be accountable, fully be accountable. And it's like this person has trouble doing that, okay? All right, so the electric eel spirit says, seemingly out of nowhere, the jolt of electric eel appears to awaken you to a big idea that you're meant to explore. Epiphanies and aha moments are gifted to you right now, so celebrate. Your life has the potential for profound transformation. Inspiration arises in you, electrifying you so that you can't wait to get started bringing your idea to life. The revelations that you experience now are meant to set you on a new path, so do not be afraid to act. Explore, examine, and do not fear the changes that may come. Spirit wants to shower you with love, success, and abundance that you hope to experience. Now is a thrilling time of epiphanies, shared ideas, innovation, and this is a wondrous sign for you today. So, definitely, I feel like with a lot of you guys, although this situation hurts, with the transformation being a part of this message, it's like you're able to transform this into a greater understanding, and you're able to finally act on the ideas or the intuitions that you've already had about your life. I feel like somebody is like scared and ashamed and afraid of like what are they gonna do, like how do you like not talk to a parent, or how do you set boundaries. And it's like just the sheer fact that you are afraid to set boundaries with someone who would do some shysty ass shit like this is a clear sign that you really need those boundaries and you really need that separation from this person. It's like a very toxic, codependent, enmeshed situation, and I feel like having the energy to reflect on this and heal from it will, it's like some sort of ideas that you've had, this person has shut it down. Some sort of like I'm feeling like business ideas, or like you have somebody wants to move, but they feel like it's like, again, it's like this energy of like you feeling like you have to ask a million people, and then they say no, or they don't approve of it, or they don't feel like it will be successful, then you don't do it. But it's like it's holding you back, and spirit is like finally giving you that push. When I say spirit, I mean your Holy Spirit, whatever you call it, your higher self, your Holy Spirit, your ancestors, your guardian angels, okay, your spirit guides, your past loved ones, okay, they're giving you this energy, they're guiding you to do something different, and these people in your physical, your 3D surroundings are like holding you back. So it's giving you the energy, that full moon energy is like clear the room, okay. Somebody's in Aquarius, it's that Aquarius energy in here, okay. It's like clear the room. It doesn't have to be Aquarius, but there is strong Aquarius energy. Stand up for yourself, act on your own ideas, okay. Guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get started with the 12 zodiac signs, so they will be coming out as the week progresses. So go ahead and subscribe to that. If this message resonated with you, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, just so that I know that it hit you. You don't have to leave your personal story in the comments if you feel uncomfortable, but just give me a thumbs up to let me know that this resonated. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, vibrate high. Peace.